friends, welcome back to our show.
Welcome back.
We have an exciting show today. We've been away for a while. We were doing some soul searching. We still can't find the damn thing. But a lot of funny things and fun things have happened since then. We're going to talk about the stock market and how market manipulation and these hedge funds who short companies, GameStop, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, AMC, all that stuff, the fun stuff. So what happened?
To be honest, like there's always something like that going on. Like there's always.
But dude, it was never to this.
Let me just put it this way: for everybody who's just obviously work for a living, you make money, little, medium, a lot, it doesn't matter. After this whole election cycle, I had to do some soul searching, and I'm a good observer. I just look at the whole world, what's going on with this whole coronavirus, all this stuff, manipulation, censorship, everything, just looking at the big picture. My own worldview came to realization that all of us we are like a big giant tornado of Ponzi scheme. The whole life is a Ponzi scheme. And some people are on top that they never lose, and then people on the bottom, they lose the most. Right?
That's always the case.
I'm just saying the whole life is a Ponzi scheme, not just the financial, but political, ideological, anything that you look at it, the whole thing. So I have absolutely zero trust. Just trying to save enough for myself and my family.
This is the time to make money however possible.
Way before the ship goes down.
Before the ship goes down, exactly. Make as much as money
as
you can.
Because there's not a single
right
government in the world. There is not a single government in the world, as far as I know. You guys can just make comment if there's some, but I don't know any government that is not doing massive level of deficit spending. So let's say US dollar, even with all this spending, because the country is so wealthy and we have a lot of assets, still is holding up. But a lot of countries that you're looking at, it is Costa Rican colonies, Iranian rial, or other countries, their currency is worthless.
Chinese yen.
And that's been pushing this cryptocurrency becoming a new currency.
Yeah.
Because people, they say, okay, this paper money, fiat monies have no value anymore, and all this establishment and all this banking system have failed. All these like traditional markets have failed. So this is kind of like a new thing.
I mean,
so
think about it. Bitcoin started off when it first came out was $7 per Bitcoin. It actually dropped to pennies. Now it's trading at $36,000. I mean, it even hit 42,000. It even hit 42,000. But what happened? What happened recently with Dogecoin? Dogecoin is shitcoin. Okay, it's worthless. It's trading at 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents.
It hit almost like 8 cents.
It even hit 8 cents at one point. But 2 weeks ago, something happened at the stock market. GameStop was trading at $10 or $8, something around that, right? Now, then you have the hedge funds. Now, hedge funds, they function on the loss of the stock, meaning if the stock drops below a certain price, the hedge fund makes money. Well, bunch of smart people who are not day traders. These are the people that were on Reddit. These are the people who were on other platform. They came together. The stock of GameStop went up to $330 per share from a single digit number. Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah, so they lost $70 billion.
$70 billion was almost lost by the hedge funds. I can't remember the name of the hedge fund that was actually trying to short GameStop. But this is what happened. And people held the stock. It's not like they made it go up that high and sold.
Yeah.
No, the point was they made it go up and they held.
For the hedge funds to lose
For the hedge funds to lose money. Now, what happened? TD Ameritrade, Robinhood, the two platforms who people go in and do, like little small trades, people like me and him, like I'm not a day trader. I have like few shares here and there, just play around. And what they did was they limit the purchase power.
Manipulated the market.
That's market manipulation. That's illegal. That's a crime. That is a crime. They literally committed it. They committed a crime. They are protecting the hedge funds.
If it's a crime or something.
It's a crime,
they're ordered by the federal regulators.
Yeah,
they need to show liquidity. It's like a bank.
I understand
it's
that.
It's a certain amount you have to show in gold, and obviously
I understand.
They are just trading that.
They're
so
trading, but dude, you cannot limit purchase. You can't limit purchase.
So by then,
you screw up, you screw up.
Scare them to limit the trading.
So 2 weeks have passed since GameStop stock went up. Now, with all the manipulation that they've done, people cannot buy a certain amount of stock. They can sell as much as they want, but they cannot buy as much as they want. Robinhood's doing this. They continue to do the same thing. You are limited to purchase stuff. You're limited to purchase certain stock like AMC, like GameStop, like Dogecoin, and some other funds. Some other stocks that I can't recall at this point. But that's legit market manipulation. This is how they take your freedom away. Okay, you have the freedom to do trade as much as you want. This is your money. It's your money. You put your money here. You pay a fee to do trades.
I personally think, everybody who has worked, obviously, if you're a little bit aged, middle-aged, older, obviously I've worked hard. You want to protect your assets for your retirement or rainy day, or just for your family, for yourself.
Yeah.
So you need to diversify. But to me, precious metal and tangible, something that I can actually have physical control over. Even with the cryptocurrencies and all that, which is great, but they don't have intrinsic value because anybody, like another company, can come and have another blockchain and another cryptocurrency. And some of them have name recognition, some of them they get like a media attention and their prices goes up, but at the same time they don't have value. Their value is just in the trust of how much people they trade in them and just value them. So they don't have intrinsic value, let's say like precious metal. Or if you have a house, it's actual physical structure, somebody has put labor in it, cost, material, so it's a physical thing. Yeah. So these are not physical things, but obviously, that's how the frenzy goes right now. Everybody, they think that they're going to make tons of money, which could be true, but at the same time, you don't want to just put all your eggs in that basket. Yeah,
you got to diversify. You can. So if you're not a day trader, you don't know much about trading.
I disagree with a lot of these people that they are in the market. They say, "Oh, what are you going to do with gold? You got gold is sitting there, it's not doing anything for you, right?" Because they're fed this idea of you just have to keep your money moving, right? No. But which is even true. Even if we say it's true, two things that precious metals have that nothing else have. First and first, you have if you have a safe deposit in bank, right? Gold, a kilo of gold is $70,000. It's just like literally a small bar, palm of your hand. That's 70,000. And for average people, let's say 10 kilos, their entire life saving is not that, right? It's like 700,000. I mean, that's for most people is not even that, right? So you can just have it easily stored, in a secure location. But when you talk about that, it holds value. You don't pay taxes on it. There's no maintenance fees. Let's say if you have a house, you have property, you're paying taxes, and that's some money that you're. And if you have a stock, so even cryptocurrencies used to be traded between people, and the reason that they didn't want it, I think the Bitcoin issue is now all these hedge funds, they bought into it, right? So it became like establishment, the prices went up. But at the same time, it's being regulated. All these exchange places, they have your information, They're gonna know who is transacting what. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that anonymity is pretty much gonna be soon out the door.
So here's the thing about precious metal.
All I'm saying, you don't have the maintenance cost.
No, I understand, but
the risk. The other thing is risk. Your gold and silver always gonna have value. Does your cryptocurrency always gonna have value? No. Tomorrow it's gonna go back into one cent. So here's the thing. Other company that can go down.
So you gotta look at it on both sides. Yes, precious metal, they hold their value at some, depending on what minimum risk, no maintenance, and all that stuff. But you have to realize, most of the people, okay, who think about savings, they want to have quick access to their funds. Okay, it's a lot easier for somebody to tap into their 401k or their IRA or their savings account or any or trust account. It's a lot easier for them to tap into that money than for them to go and sell gold or silver.
I disagree.
Well,
I disagree because you say 401k. I'm looking at the mass number of people. What is the amount of money that average Joe would need to take out of their 401k? $50,000?
No. What I'm saying is that's not my point. My point is having quick access.
It's quick access. You can just go sell it anywhere. You can go any pawn shop. You just give your gold. They're gonna pick it up.
But the pawn shop is not gonna give you the value.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does. It does because you have to understand. If you put in $100 away, you want to have access to that $100.
No, if you take money out of your 401k, you are paying interest on the money that is yours.
Look. I'm trying to give an example.
So that fee exists for.
I understand. No. I understand that. What I'm saying, I didn't just say 401k. I said 401k, trust funds, savings account, money market accounts, stock accounts.
Gold is minimal.
You have all these funds, okay? But you gotta realize people like to see how much money they have. They want to see it, okay? The visual satisfaction for an individual to see, for example, 6-digit.
I like to touch it.
You like to touch a lot.
I'm just saying, it's just you have physical.
Yeah. I mean, holding a kilo of gold or holding a kilo of silver in your hand, it's a completely different experience than you looking at a screen and seeing $300,000.
Yeah, that screen can go disappear quick.
I understand that, but you get the instant satisfaction of saying, "Oh, I have $300,000."
It's a quick access. If there's going to be any kind of instability, that bank you can't even go to ATM.
I understand, but again, you're missing the point. At this time and age,
I'm not against 401k. All I'm saying is
what I'm saying at this time and age,
the money that they're going to be need for emergency, they can have it in precious metal too.
But what I'm saying at this time and age, cash is worthless. Okay, cash is worthless.
If you keep cash on hand, you're losing value.
Cash is worthless. It's a digitized world. Okay, everybody uses their ATM, their credit card. They want to move money. They just transfer.
I mean, that's a cash too. I
understand. No, it's a number. It's not cash. It's number.
Yeah, but
it's
that
digitized.
Number just eventually is.
For example, back then we used to have CDs. We used to have cases this thick of CDs. Now that case of this thick can be fit on a thumb drive.
No, digital is fine.
It's digitized.
Let's say you have $1,000 in the bank. It's 1,000 digital. You're looking at it 1000. Okay.
Yeah, it's digital.
But it doesn't matter that 1,000. If it's the government doing deficit spending, it devaluates that 1,000 digit on your screen. So when you get to the grocery store,
my point.
You're losing purchasing power on that digital thing.
Not my point.
All I'm saying is just on precious metal. That's why the government doesn't encourage people
I agree with you.
Because the more people they trade in and purchase precious metal, the more people they trade and purchase and save their money and assets in precious metal, that actually reduces the trust on.
I agree with you. That's
fiat currency.
It's not that I'm disagreeing with you.
Fiat currency is not backed by gold anymore. So
again, I'm not disagreeing with you. Yeah. I agree with you. The point, what I'm trying to make is, majority of people like to see the number.
Because they're uneducated. They're financially uneducated.
This type of savings or money management is not taught in schools. Money management is not taught in schools. When I went to school,
that's what I said. Is they're uneducated?
Right. When I went to when I was going to school in Iran, they used to teach us money management at a very young age.
You went to a good school.
Okay. We used to be taught money management, how money flow works, and how to save your money.
It's called money and taking other kids' money.
However, the examples were the problem is nobody teaches money management here to anybody. Okay, you're on your own. If you want to learn how to manage your money, you go out and you seek that knowledge. Even your best friend can sit next to you.
To be honest, I mean, this whole I learn all the time, and we are not necessarily super successful, just minimally successful.
No, we're successful. No, I disagree.
I said more potential if we wanted to.
No, I think
the knowledge is out there. No. The information is out there. There's so many people actually giving the information for free, and they have YouTube they make money out of, or just on other platforms.
Disagree.
I learned so much, and
you're still learning,
right?
Okay,
I'm still learning. We're always going to be learning.
We're still learning, but I don't put myself down as unsuccessful.
I didn't say. I said minimally successful.
That's not.
I wouldn't say minimal. I just try to be humble, which is not my characteristic. But
success has many different phases. Let's say that. Okay. We are in one phase of a success in this country.
No, okay? It's just that the comedian Chris Rock had a great show, and he said, as he became more famous and had more money, he understood there is difference between rich and wealthy.
Yeah.
He said rich is Shaquille O'Neal. He makes millions of dollars playing basketball, driving a Ferrari or whatever, limousines, whatever. He said the wealthy is the guy who writes a check to Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
He said, go buy yourself some candies and spend some money. He said that's wealthy. So in comparison to that, I'm saying we are minimally successful. Compared to a lot of people in other countries, we are... Anybody living in the United States doing well, at least, a lot of people are not hungry and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The basic necessities.
Let me tell you this, man. I think
I was just looking at it through that classification.
I think everybody has the potential of being rich and wealthy. Everyone. It takes a lot of determination. It takes backbone, hard work. Knowledge, it's another thing. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be college educated, but you have to be savvy enough to be able to make decisions that could alter your life either to the worst or to the best. So even if a decision you made altered your life to the worst, doesn't mean that was the worst mistake of your life. That's a lesson.
I would say you can make mistakes before you're 35. After you're 35,
no.
if you make mistakes, it's going to be harder, especially financial mistakes. It's
Depending
going to be harder
what the mistake
recover.
is.
Because when you're, that's what I'm saying in general. We are talking about big mistakes, big financial mistakes. You don't want to just take a lot of risk when you're in your middle ages. The Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba, the Chinese guy.
Where is he, by the way? He's been missing.
He's disappeared. He's in an education camp because they told him he was just thinking too much.
He's being reprogrammed.
He felt like he was too independent.
Yeah.
He was thinking on his own.
He went off the rails for a little bit.
That's not acceptable in CCP.
Yeah.
But they sent him to the education camp. The wealthiest, I think that he was the wealthiest.
No, he's wealthy. He's
wealthiest person in China. So he's in education camp right now. Since last October, they didn't know where he was. But anyway, he had a good. They had a.
He has an educator with him.
Conference, and he's like a self-made person. So he said, he doesn't want to work after 65. He just want to enjoy the fruits of his labor and just pass the information to the new generation. But he was good. He said, until 18, you have to focus on education. 18 to 30, you need to make sure you get the special skill, right? Translate that critical thinking, education, knowledge into translating what is your interest to translate that into a successful income. From 30 to 45, he said, you have the opportunity for your max potential. I understand some people might hit after 45, flip a coin, become successful, but that's extremely rare.
Win
So
the lotto.
30, so he said between that 18 and 30, you need to find people that they mentor you and you learn from them to put you on a success path. So by the time you hit between 30 and 45, you already know your game plan and you maximize your potential. And he said after 45 to 60, you need to maintain. So you don't take a kind of like a risky moves, something that you don't have, let's say, the expertise or full understanding that can potentially jeopardize all your gains that you have done through.
So basically, between the age of 30 to 45.
He said after 65, just enjoy the fruits of your labor, sitting with the family, grandkids, spend time with your family, and go to the sunset.
Between the age of 30 to 45, if your mentor is a drug dealer, you can make a lot of money, but then you spend the rest of your life in prison and live.
Risky business.
Enjoy the fruit of your labor. But
no, I mean, I tell people, I mean, this country is incredible, incredible potential, incredible people. We came with nothing, and within a matter of 2 decades.
Look, I've had a 401k since I was 20 years old. Since I was introduced to the corporate world, working and all that stuff, and I've made money. I've lost money. There was a market crash. I lost a ton of money in my 401k. I didn't touch it. I left it there because, you know what, at that young age, I told myself, you know what, I'm still young. I still have room to grow, so it's okay. If I lost the money, I lost it. I'm still going to contribute to my 401k. But again, at the end of the day, I can't depend on my 401k.
Right.
Okay? My 401k is not my retirement. I have other things set in place that will be my retirement, meaning to help me have a comfortable life, whether being purchasing real estate, whether being purchasing precious metal, stocks, whatever it is. I'm trying to position myself in a way that I don't want to be dependent on my kids. I don't want to depend on anybody. For sure as hell, I don't want to be dependent on the government because I can trust anybody in the government.
And by the time you have the social
by the
security,
time we get
that money would worth nothing.
It's give you exactly. It's going to be pennies.
It's going to be. That's not going to be.
It's going to be pennies. So it is up to me to put myself in a situation and create create something for myself that it's going to give me that residual income that I seek when I'm ready to retire. So the knowledge is out there. Go out there, do your own soul searching.
That's it's okay about this day and age.
It's okay. It's okay to fail, but don't try to fail. Don't try to put all your eggs in one basket. Get skilled in something that you have passion for. Whatever it is.
Before investing any money, just do a little bit of research.
Yeah. I mean, and if you want to if you want to play around with the stock market,
and then start slow. You
don't have to go in. You don't have to go in tens of thousands of dollars. Just go in, $50 or $100. Start small. Just consider that money lost when you put that money in. Okay, that's how you. It's like playing with the casino, basically. When you go into the casino, whatever money you're willing to gamble, consider it lost already. Okay, don't consider it. This is my ticket. No. So when you win, pay yourself back what you put in there, and just play with your winnings, or pay with your whatever you earn in the stock market. Pay yourself back whatever you put in, and whatever you've earned throughout that entire transaction, just use that for your next one.
Lots of.
I mean, again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do with your money, but we can give you, I can give you from my own experience, because this is my opinion, and this is what I've done to basically have a nest egg. If anything goes wrong, I have a nest egg that I could fall back on.
Yeah, I personally I do trust in like a precious metal, because it doesn't matter what kind of a government.
He just likes to hold it in his hand.
And the other thing is arts and antiques. It's proven over time that things of value, things that are good, maintain value and go up in value. People that have invested in some of the arts and stuff 40 years ago, 50 years ago. I'm not saying all of it, but those can be like stock.
It's not
you
wrong.
buy something and can go up exponentially. That's something to look into.
Right.
Things like that, but obviously it requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of reading, a lot of information. So like anything else, but fortunately the information is out there. There's so much help.
Yeah.
When we grew up, we didn't even have access. The libraries, it was selected books. Like you couldn't find like a philosophy books. It was all banned. Like literally, we talked about it. We had to go and just buy it like a black market if you wanted philosophy book or something like a controversial. So thank God in this country, or at least right now, for now,
there's going to be a book burning coming up.
They already have book burning, banning books. Since senator can't publish his book, but it's coming. But I'm just saying, at least the basic information is available, and I think honestly, there's going to be backlash toward all this censorship and all that. But we are going to discuss that in a different episode.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in. Please share, subscribe, share the video as much as you can, please. We'll try to put more content out there for you guys, give you guys our opinion. We're trying to have fun. We're trying to give you our opinion on how we grew up and how we are experiencing life in our adulthood.
Sharing the experience.
Yeah, and how childhood shaped us to be here, trying to, give you guys our perspective of life and as immigrants living in this great country. So with that, we love you. Be in peace. Pray. Stay healthy. Exercise. Share the video. Hit the like button. And we'll be back with more material.
God bless America.